What's up, everybody? I'm Sly The Movie Guy, and here's my movie review of Men in Black International, directed by F. Gary Gray, the director of Straight Outta Compton, Fate and the Furious, Friday, Set It Off, and other films. And this film stars Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Liam Neeson, Emma Thompson, and the rest of the other casting crew. And in this film, the Men in Black have expanded to cover the globe, but so have the villains of the universe. To keep everyone safe, decorated Agent H and determined Rookie M join forces, an unlikely pairing that might just work. When aliens that can take the form of any human arrive on Earth, H and M embark on a globe-trotting adventure to save the agency and ultimately the world from their mischievous plans. And this is a spin-off to the other Men in Black films, one that starred Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. And I was really looking forward to this movie because Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth showed that they really have good chemistry in the film together. I mean, the film they did together with Thor Ragnarok, which is an incredible film. I recommend you checking it out. And bringing in director F. Gary Gray, like I mentioned, the films he directed. I think he's a fantastic director. I really think this man is very talented. I mean, the films that I've seen him direct were like amazingly surprising to me. And I was like, okay, a director and these great castings, A-list actors and actresses. I like, this is great. This is fantastic. So went to the movie theater to see how this would play out. And well, unfortunately, there are some little disappointments I have with this film. And I want to come out saying, oh, this is the best summer blockbuster film of all time, but unfortunately it's not quite there. It's kind of average, but I'll get to those negatives. Let me start off with the positives. Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, their chemistry is absolutely amazing in this film. I absolutely had a blast with them. They actually played off each other, one another very well. The dialogue talk between them two, they're fantastic. I mean, any film you put them in, I think they're fantastic together, and that's pretty much the good parts on the movie. Style-wise in this film, I thought looked good. I thought the special effects and stuff, the style, and the alien design of the costumes and stuff, with the way the aliens look fantastic. They look great. All the things are great. Like I said, Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth chemistry great. And the style and the design of the aliens, all those are good. And that's pretty much the parts that was good in this film. That's 2 thumbs up. Other parts, not so much. This is where my disappointment comes in. Especially with the storyline. The storyline, I just couldn't really flow with it. It's almost like when it came to different scenes and stuff, it just never fleshed it out. It just kind of when it went to that scene, it just kind of briefly go to the next scene and stuff. Or when it goes to that scene, you're kind of figuring out what is that? It kind of just didn't stay focused on it. And some parts were just kind of all over the place, and the story just didn't stay focused. And that was just one of my biggest disappointments of this film, was just the story. I wish it just kind of stayed focused. And it just kind of just felt not interesting at all. It kind of felt bland. It just, especially when it's called Men in Black International, I expected something to be extraordinary and stuff like that. Something amazing versus we never seen in a Men in Black movie. It just almost felt like just a regular old Men in Black movie, just regular. And that just was kind of disappointing for me. And one of the biggest disappointments is that I laughed a couple of times, but this movie didn't keep me laughing and consistently. And that's really, in leading up, till now, of all the Men in Black films, all Men in Black films at least have this kind of unique humor, especially the first 3. Even though number 2 wasn't that great, but there at least has some humor there that I really consistently, that I laughed at. It's just this film, I think I laughed 2 times or 3. It just was not all the way funny, and I just sat there trying to look for something clever or funny, and that was disappointing, especially when you have Chris Hemsworth, who proven he can be, that he's a very funny actor, comedian, or whatever in films. I mean, we've seen him as Thor and Ghostbusters. Like now, I mean, we've seen him in those films, and here it's just he's kind of like, and I can see Chris Hemsworth trying. It just make the script just didn't have anything to make him like funny or something and stuff like that. So this movie was just kind of like you're waiting for the funny moments, and as I was sitting, I was like, "Was it?" It just broke my heart because that's me. 1997, Men in Black, which is my favorite film of all time, like one of my favorite science fiction type action film. That had a complete clever humor, especially when it comes to Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. Where Will Smith is kind of like the wisecracking kind of agent, where it came to Tommy Lee Jones with his low demeanor look at Will Smith and stuff. That chemistry and that humor really worked well. Here, I really can see these actors trying trying to do the humor, but it was not funny at all. And that's pretty much what I'm going to say for that part. Acting wise, like I said, I think Chris Hemsworth does great, and I'm not going to spoil it because about his character and stuff. As the film goes on, you can understand why his character acts like that. In part, as the film goes on and stuff, you get to find out the plot of it. No spoiler on that, and you get to find out about it. Tessa Thompson, I think she does great. I thought she was probably the best aspect in this film. I mean, from her backstory, you could get behind her. So she's about the only character you could kind of like gravitate to and stuff. And I liked her character because she's kind of like determined and stuff for a rookie agent. So I thought she did fantastic. Lastly, the villains in this film. This was very disappointing to me. All the first three Men in Black films, I actually enjoyed the villains. The villains are was very forgettable, kind of boring, and I don't even know what was the purpose for them being in this film. I mean, according to Men in Black, you gotta have a villain, but here, film, they didn't have nothing to do. They kind of can turn to this human form or whatever, which was very interesting. But the film doesn't even go full force with it or go along with it or make it intriguing and stuff, make it very interesting. Just like I said, this Man in Black movie could have been very interesting and extraordinary with these villains and stuff, but they just don't even go really push for it and stuff. And that was just kind of disappointing. They were just kind of like one-note villains, just very weak. And that was just very disappointing. And that's pretty much it. Overall, is this the worst movie of 2019? No, it's slightly it's disappointing, especially when you have a director, F. Gary Gray, and you have Tessa Thompson, Chris Hemsworth, director, and an A-list cast. You expected something better. Essentially, like director F. Gary Gray, which is probably could be one of his weakest films, and that's just kind of sad to say, especially, I mean, the films, like I said, he directed. I expected something wow, this is amazing. F. Gray did amazing. Still think he's a very talented director. It just, this film, with the writing and directing, it just didn't really pull together, and that was kind of disappointing. I'm going to give this film a C-. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this film. Did you like it or not? Let me know. And let me know, what is your favorite Man in Black film? Like I said, Man in Black 1997 is my favorite one. And that's pretty much it. And as always, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button. That's so I can see you next time on Sly The Movie Guy. Peace.